Okay, now we have the question here. We have to solve. This is question number 10, part A. We have to solve the equation x cubed minus 5x squared minus 4x plus 20. So now when you have to solve this equation, so the first factor has to be found through hit and trial method, and you will be using the factor theorem. The first thing that will help you to start finding its factors, that will be the factor theorem. Like you have to make different trials. You, like for example, if you think that x minus 1 is a factor of this, then you will be finding f of 1. Yeah, if this become, if you get f of 1 that is equal to 0, so that means this x minus 1 is a factor. So let's find that quickly. This is 1 minus 5 minus 4 plus 20. Okay, yeah, so you see that this result is not equal to 0, so we are not interested in this x minus 1. So our first trial has failed, so we'll go for the second trial. Then we'll be finding f of minus 1. That means if we are assuming that x plus 1 is a factor of this, so this is minus 1 minus 5 plus 4 plus 20, and you see that this is still not equal to 0. Okay, and then you go for another trial. Then you try this f of 2. Now this is going to be 8 minus 20 minus 8 plus 20. Yes, we get a 0. Okay, so that means x equal to 2, that is one of the solutions of this equation, this given x cubic equation. Or x minus 2 is one of the factors of this given cubic expression. So if you have to find the roots, you have to accept this. If you want to factorize this, you will concentrate more on this. Okay, now the question over here is, you should have asked that question, that how do we know that which numbers have to be tried over here? Okay, which numbers have, this is a very important question, a key question, that while making these trials, what numbers we should be trying over here. So bacho, that is the numbers that you try, they have to be the factors of this number, the last number over here. Like you can try plus minus 1, you can try plus minus 2, you can try plus minus 4, you can try plus minus 5. Okay, so in fact, when you're trying this plus minus 2, there is no need to try this plus minus 4, because this really works when you try these numbers over here. Okay. Okay. So next, we now we have got one of the roots. A cubic equation typically has 3 roots, like a quadratic equation has 2 roots, a linear equation has 1 root. So we have got the first root. Now when we have to get the remaining 2 roots, there are 3 ways of doing it. One method is, I'll tell you quickly. One method is, you will go for the long division, you will write all that cubic expression here, and you will write x minus 2 over here. When you'll perform all this division, you will get your quotient here. That will be the required quadratic factor. I'll not be doing this because this takes a lot of time. There is another method, because I have to tell you these methods. The second method is about, like, you assume that there is x minus 2, and the quadratic expression is ax squared plus bx plus c, and you put that equal to this x cubed minus 5x squared minus 4x plus 20. Okay, now you can find this by comparing the coefficients. Again, this method you will learn when you will do the partial fraction, and this is really a long method, so I'll not be going for this, but I will be going for the third method, that is the syntactic division. Okay. Now I'll be writing the coefficients of this cubic expression: 1, -5, -4, and 20. You must have questions if you really feel something that you're not understanding, then please ask. Okay, I'll be writing 2 over here. So this is the quickest way of getting the corresponding quadratic factor. Okay, so then this 1 comes here, 2 ones are 2, the sum is -3, and this is 2 into -3 is -6, the sum is -10, and 2 into -10 is -20, and this should always be 0. So that means the corresponding quadratic factor is, like, if this is your f of x, then you can say that f of x is going to be x minus 2 into x squared minus 3x minus 10. And if you're good at Middleton breaking, so you can write it as x minus 2 into x minus 5 into come on, yeah, where we were, just a moment. Okay, so this is x minus 5 into x plus 2. So these are the 3 factors. Now, since we were solving this, so we shall put that equal to 0. So we have the 3 factors, 3 roots here. One is already with us that we got through the factor theorem. The other 2 are x is -2 and x is equal to 5. So that is the complete process of solving a cubic equation. I am just going to give you a recap, okay? You will find the first root through hit and trial method using this factor theorem, okay? Once you have got the first root, then you should opt for this. Like, I'm not forcing you to opt this syntactic division. You can do this long division, you can try this, okay? So like I prefer this synthetic division. So using this synthetic division, you must get the corresponding quadratic factor, okay? And then you should factorize this to get the other 2 roots of this cubic equation. One thing that I want to make you clear, that this quadratic expression that you get, you may not always be able to factorize this. So sometimes you might have to apply the quadratic formula to find the solutions of this. Sometimes you may not even get the solution through the quadratic equation, because there are cases when a cubic equation has only 1 root, okay? So just keep in your mind that there has to be a cubic equation can have 1, 2, or 3. At most, there are 3 factors, okay? So that was it from the that method of solving this cubic equation, okay?